Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope y'all are having a good Sunday morning. Hold on one moment. Give me a second here. Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, is here in the building. Wishing everybody a good morning. I started dark skin activism in 1998. It is the first platform in history to fight to end what I call colorism and what some would call, what I call darkism and what some would call colorism. And the word colorism was coined by Alice Walker. I love to give people credit where it's due because I feel that there's so many people not giving Alice Walker her credit. I'm probably one of the few people in the first online to give Alice Walker credit for coining the word colorism while everybody else is just, using her term. Don't give the lady credit. And I'm not speaking for Alice Walker at all. I'm giving you my opinion on how I feel. But Alice Walker coined colorism, and I coined the word darkism. And darkism means the discrimination of dark-skinned people. I coined the word darkism because I felt like colorism did not go further enough to describe what dark-skinned people face uniquely. Colorism is a blanket term, you know, describing the experiences of both dark-skinned, light-skinned, even white people, but not dark-skinned people. We needed our own term, and that's why I came up with darkism. And I started dark-skinned activism, which is a phrase that I actually created for myself for the movement. And I'm known as the dark skin activist. I created this movement in 98. It consists of me writing books, plays, and doing social commentary, traveling around the country about only dark skin. I am the first person to do this. No one else has done what I've done before. Only other person that come closest is Cola Booth. Everyone that's talking about colorism online and social media and reality TV, even famous people, you are copying my blueprint, and you're also copying Cola Booth's. And I have to say that every time before I get started because people have stolen from me for years, and I have to let it be known. One of my books that I'm writing is called Inventing Dark Skin Activism, the Rashida Strober story, where I'm telling the story, telling the truth of how colorism came to be a topic online. And it came through my work. I brought the first colorism channel to YouTube and social media in 2010, went viral in 2015 for calling out Kendrick Lamar's darkism. And after I went viral to millions around the internet world, people like Charlemagne and the Breakfast Club made me donkey of the day. And then people got to know who I was and what I was doing. They didn't give me credit. They mocked me and then they copied me. So every last person you hear on YouTube talking about dark skin and colorism, you are stealing from the dark skin activist blueprint. That's a fact. Go do your research. Moving right along. By the way, my website is darkskinactivist.com. Darkskinactivist.com. My cash app for donations is $ rashidalala. Once again, $ rashidalala. And you can go to my GoFundMe by Googling Rashida Strober GoFundMe. And please make a donation. My goal is to reach my short-term goal. I always have to remember the short-term goal because I got long-term and short-term goals for my fundraising. The short-term goal on my GoFundMe is to get to $12,000. I'm like, $740 away. Thank you to every single person that's donated. Someone out there, please help me get to that $12,000. Just Google Rashida Strober GoFundMe, and my GoFundMe is going to pop right up. Good morning to you, Wanda. You said, sis, what's your thought on Will Smith stuff? I feel as if it was someone our color and would have never gone and defended her. Darkism always, shaking my head. It's funny that you mentioned that, Wanda. Good morning, because I'm planning on doing a live on that. I actually set up the live. I just hadn't had a chance to do it yet, and I'm going to tell you how I'm feeling about that. But I'm trying to stay focused, and I appreciate you for that super chat. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, Von Clark. Okay, so guys, I just ran across this story about this woman, and I think I actually heard the story. I want to say shout out to House Music Chronicles. Once again, shout out to House Music Chronicles. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to House Music Chronicles channel. He wrote a book that I'm trying to get him to tell me where I can get the book at. Okay, it's called From the Root to the Fruit of House Music. That's the name of his book. Um, I was listening to him on a live stream the other day, and he kind of started telling bits and pieces of his story, like his story. Like, and I love a person's actual real story. I don't give a damn what color you are. I want to know your human story, where you came from, what you've been through. That's what intrigues me about a person because it humanizes them. And me and him we got into all of whatever because he implied that black men shouldn't date black women from Florida, and I didn't like that. But I listened to him, and he's an interesting guy. He got a story to tell, and he mentioned that he wrote a book, and I want to read that book. And I was on his channel because I'm subscribed, looking at something, and that's how I ran across this story about this lady that she's light skinned. She's light skinned, and her name is, hold on, y'all. I'm finna go pull up her name. Um, Her name is Tierra Vashon Elder. That's her name, Tierra Vashon Elder. And before I start into my commentary, because I already know it's gonna be some stupid people on here that's gonna lie on me. They're gonna lie. People always telling lies on you. When they can't beat you, they lie on you. When they can't beat you intellectually, they begin to lie on you. And who was that? Plato. Plato had a saying, as I find it to be extremely true. The saying is, no one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. And it's so true. People get mad and in their feelings when you're telling the truth. But I don't care if you're mad, because I'm going to keep telling the truth. I don't care if you don't like me, because I'm going to keep telling the truth, because that's all I know how to do. Now, I do not hate light-skinned people or dislike light-skinned people for no reason. I don't hate nobody. The only thing I'm here to do is tell the truth about darkism. So all you people that's coming on here lying, oh, you don't like light-skinned women, you jealous of them, I don't give a damn about what you're saying, because I'm going to keep talking, because I know that I don't have hatred in my heart for no light-skinned person, no purple-skinned person, no white person, no green person, no yellow person, no red person, no orange person. I don't hate nobody. What I hate is racism, darkism, colorism, and discriminations of any kind. So with that being said, I was looking at House Music Chronicle, one of his videos, and he was talking about a parent. I didn't even know what skin tone she was. I didn't know the skin tone. Okay? He was talking about a parent that showed up to a school in Atlanta. I think the school is Booker T. Washington. And the person showed up because their child was in a fight. And the person showed up with a gun. And the police at the school, I think it was either the police or the security guard, told the person to put the gun down. The person refused, and they ended up going to jail. And I did some further research and found out it was a light-skinned woman name. I just gave y'all her name. Hold on. Her name is Tierra Vashon Elder. And when I saw that she was light-skinned, I immediately knew what time it was. Okay? And this is my prediction. Let me preface that with saying the fact of the matter is there have been studies. I think the Villanova study was one. There's others. Do your research. That has shown that dark-skinned women and dark-skinned people in general get longer prison sentences than light-skinned. Okay? So when I saw this, I was said to myself, this woman is light-skinned. She is going to get the charges dismissed. Okay? I do believe she got like a $40,000 fund, 41,000 or something like that. I could be wrong a little bit also on the numbers, but I mean, you can do your own research. Anyway, she has this bond. I believe they're gonna bond her out of there if they haven't already bonded her out. And I believe that ultimately the case is going to be dismissed. Okay? And the reason why I believe this case is going to be dismissed is because she light skinned. That's all it is to it. Now, because I'm telling you, I believe that based on the facts of this society and how this society practices darkism, racism, and colorism against dark-skinned black people, if she was a dark-skinned black woman, I said if she was a dark-skinned black woman, she would be, man, get ready to be buried underneath the jail. Get ready to do a long prison sentence. Get ready to be convicted and have a felony on your record. Get ready for all of that. But because this woman is light-skinned, like she's like really light-skinned too. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Hold on one second. That's my mouse moving around. Because this woman is like light-skinned, she's going to probably, there's a high likelihood of her having these charges dismissed. Now, I will say, with all that being said, I understand her frustrations. I'm not finna come to no school with no gun. I don't think you should be doing that. You absolutely not. I should be coming to no school with no gun, because what could have happened is she could have, I think somebody pointed out, she could have accidentally shot and hurt somebody's, fatally shot somebody's kid or somebody at school. So I don't agree with the fact of somebody coming to a school with a gun just because their kid has been in a fight. That's wrong. Now, I will say, I do understand her anger. I get it, because you don't want nobody bullying and picking on your kid and, bothering your kid. You don't want that. That makes parents upset. No one wants that. So I understand how she could be upset and mad about that. Okay, anybody that can't understand that, is something wrong with you. But the reaction to it was inappropriate. And the reaction to it was inappropriate because, like I said, it's a school with a bunch of children there, and you have a gun, and you're angry and you're mad, and you could accident. This is why I don't own no gun. I've never owned a gun in my life. I don't know how to shoot no gun. I don't know anything about guns. I don't. Whether that's good or bad to some people, I've never been a person that cared about having a gun. I don't know. When I was married, my ex dark-skinned, pitch black, tar black, nappy-headed husband, now y'all gotta excuse my voice. I've been talking a lot. My voice is very hoarse, but y'all will practice darkism against me for having a hoarse voice, and y'all will say I sound manly, and y'all do that because I'm dark-skinned. But I don't see y'all doing that to deep voice, cigarette, light-skinned women or white women. Y'all don't do that to them. But anyway, as people would say, that's neither here nor there. I hate people and all these. I hate folks' sayings that they be having, like, that's neither here nor there. All that. But I mean, it gets embedded in your head, and so sometimes you say it. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, he had a gun. My ex dark skin, when we lived together, he had a gun. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I was terrified of that gun. I did not like it. But he had that damn gun before we got married, and he refused to get rid of it. I don't like guns because I was afraid that it might accidentally go off. You know what I'm saying? And I just, I didn't like the gun being in the house, but he wouldn't get rid of it. And but anyway, that's neither here nor there anymore because me and my ex pitch dark skin, tar black, nappy headed ex husband, we're not married anymore. So I don't have to worry about that. But I've just never been a gun person. Like I said, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Some people swear by having guns. They got their permits and their licenses and all this kind of stuff. Um, but accidents can still happen, and that's one of the reasons why I did not want no gun up in my house. But so the thing is, you know, accidents could happen. She could have got to that school and got so mad, and maybe she didn't mean to do it, but ended up, like I said, shooting somebody and fatally shooting somebody. And she must have been so angry because she did not put, according to the news reports, she did not put that gun down. She kept the gun in her hand, and that's how she ended up being shot. But like I said, y'all, I don't believe that this woman is going to do no prison time. I believe she's gonna get out. I believe people are because she's married to a pastor. She's a pastor's wife. They gonna, you know how church people are. They gonna pull behind their leaders, gather up the money, start praying, and get her out. And I think with black people, they're gonna move with haste. They're gonna move quicker because she's light skinned. And even though black people, they're gonna listen at me and say, "Well, what the hell is her skin got to do with it? What are you talking about? This is ridiculous." But it's subconscious, y'all. This is how black people. This is how we are. This is how we are. Shout out to King Black News. I hear you, but I would have to be highly trained with that stuff. I've just never been around it before. That's why I'm just like, I wouldn't know the first thing to do. But this is how black people are subconsciously about light skinned people. We want to be protective of them, especially in the church. I remember growing up in church, seeing the church people. They were like, if they had a light skinned pastor and his wife was light skinned, everybody gathered around and was protected. It was like they didn't have to say it, they didn't have to verbalize it. It was in their actions. See, black people don't always verbalize their darkism or their colorism. It's in their actions. And I bet you any amount of money that church is gonna get together and get together the money to bond her out of jail, pay for her lawyer, and she gonna be all right. The case gonna be dismissed. The case is going to be dismissed. And the reason why, a big part of the reason why, is because she light skinned. And that's all it is to it. And y'all can be in denial all y'all want. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all can say what I'm saying is outrageous. And people love to holler about, well, what skin tone got to do with it? Well, it has a lot to do with it in American society, where the white people are on the top, the people with the lightest skin, the white people, are on the economic and political top of the hierarchy. They're at the top. And the darker the people are, the closer they sink to the bottom. And this, like I said, this woman is real light skinned. She gonna be all right. She gonna be all right. And everybody that's listening to me that's black, you know I'm telling the truth. Deep down, you know I'm telling the truth. All right? I don't care about your feelings. Let's divorce ourselves from our feelings and our emotions and let us deal with the reality of what it is to be light skinned, white skinned, and dark skinned in America. It's a color hierarchy, people. And I'm not even going to sit here and say that she shouldn't have the case dismissed. My only thing, because I told y'all I empathize, she probably upset at somebody jumping on her kid. That part I can understand. But my thing is, you brought the damn gun to school and you could have hurt somebody else's kid. That's my problem with her. So if I was on the jury and this was a fair society where skin tone, dark skin, light skin, brown skin wasn't a factor, and we was just dealing with human beings being human beings, then I could look at it and say, you know what? Maybe you need to do you got to do some kind of time, hold some kind of accountability. You can't just get off scot free like that because you could have shot somebody else's kid. I understand you mad about your child. I get it. I get it. Trust me, I done broke up fights. I do not like to see kids fighting. I don't. I really don't. When I was working in the school system, I broke literally. Y'all gotta understand. Y'all say, what you break? Well, I grew up in the hood. I got 5 brothers. When you in the hood, even if you want to be peaceful, which I was a peaceful person growing up. I got 5 brothers now. Boys are not always, black males are not always allowed to be peaceful. That's just what the fuck it is. And my brothers and them got into plenty of fights. And then when I started going to school, people would pick on me because they thought they could just do it. But they didn't fucking know that I would defend myself, bitch. You better sit your ass down somewhere because I'm gonna defend myself. And I had to defend myself. But I did not start conflict with nobody. I didn't go around bullying people. I was a quiet, introverted person. But the quiet introverts, people think that they can just come and run all over you. You can never do that with me. Don't let the fucking quiet introvert in the glasses fucking fool you. I'm not having it. Okay? So, I get it with the hood. Hood people, they just want to cause problems, a lot of them. They don't know how to go and sit their ass down and leave people the fuck alone. And even if you're leaving people alone, I've experienced this in the hood. Even when you mind your business and leave people alone, do you know that our people would get mad at you and want to fight you over that? I'm not even lying. They'll want to fight you. They'll want to fight you because you want to be left alone and be peaceful. I've had people want to fight me in neighborhoods because I wanted to be a quiet, peaceful person. No lie. This is how fucked up our mentality is. So by virtue of that, I had to learn how to stand up for myself. That's all it was. I was growing up in the hood around some crazy folks. And if you got brothers and you the only girl, let me tell you something. You ain't gonna have a bunch of brothers that be the only girl and not know how to fight. You just gonna fucking know. That's just all this shit is. Okay? That's all it is to it. And I'm not gonna apologize for that. I'm not gonna apologize for sticking up for myself. Okay? So I get this lady anger and frustration. I do. But my problem is, like I said, from that, I see kids fighting, come up in there just because I had been jumped and used to fighting. It was nothing to me to come in and break up a fight. I don't want to see nobody fighting and getting drugged and all that. No, we gonna stop this shit. Because I wish people would have did that for me. Adults, any adult that sit their ugly ass around and watch, and I've seen adults do this. I got no respect for you. Around these corner stores, I seen grown men and grown women. They'll sit there and see some kids fighting, and they'll stand there and watch and be entertained. You are a coward. You're weak and you're evil, and I don't like people like that. I don't like people like that. You're useless. That's why I support antinatalism. People like you, just your mama and daddy should have practiced antinatalism. So I done stopped fights now. I get it. I done broke up fights like it was nothing. Boys and girls. I don't care because I don't like the violence. I understand self-defense. I get it. But at the same time, I don't like violence at all. Okay? I remember when I used to drive my ice cream truck. One incident broke my heart. I ain't tell y'all no lie. It was on a Sunday. I'm riding in the hood because that's where I used to get my sales at. I'm driving. You drive real slow in the ice cream truck. And I'm not telling you no lie. I see this light-skinned girl run up on this dark-skinned girl and stab the girl in the back with a knife. No lie. And that kind of messed my head up because I'm like, oh my God. Of course, we stopped and called the police. Everybody was calling the police and the ambulance. And the people there was trying to stop it, but the girl had a knife, so people did not want to get stabbed. But they were, to their credit, they weren't. That was one case where people weren't just standing up there egging stuff on and looking at it as entertainment. But I just don't like seeing all of that. So I get where that lady is coming from. But she still got to be accountable because you don't bring no gun to no school where you could potentially shoot somebody. That's all it is to it. Aaliyah Masterson, I agree with you on that. You said our community needs a lot of work. Me and you sometimes don't agree, but I damn sure look. Kirkland Young, good morning. You said you are 100% right. Thank you. And I'm not just right because I'm right. I'm just because I'm Rashida. It's just common sense. King Black News, shout out to you. Wanda, shout out to you. I'm making sure I shout people out. Bun Clark, shout out to you. Pink Rain says, good morning, Rashida. You spoke no lie. Our community needs checking. For sure. Abuse Free says, so true. My mom was a 57-year-old teacher breaking up middle school fights. Very dangerous, but she didn't care. So you know what I'm talking about, Abuse Free. You know what I'm talking about. I had a coach that used to do the same thing. People love this man to this day. He's light skinned. He used to break up fights. He never wanted to see the black kids fight. I've never been one I'm not entertained by people just fighting. That doesn't a lot of people, they be putting that shit on World Star, all that. I'm not entertained by people fighting. Just like random fight. That doesn't entertain me. I'm not happy about that. I don't like it. It's actually very upsetting to me. If I want to see a fight, now I like boxing. Shout out to Muhammad Ali. Shout out to Layla Ali. Shout out to what's this young sister name? That she be coming from Layla Ali now. Layla Ali, that's one of my favorites now. I don't like her. I know she dark skinned, the young sis, but I grew up in that era. The Layla Ali, I like Layla Ali. I'm a fan. Okay, but shout out to that young sister because she's doing a lot. Shout out to all the boxers. Floyd Money Mayweather, even though I'm trying to understand where's your dark skinned wives and girlfriends, but shout out to you. You know, shout out to Mike Tyson. Shout out to the dark skinned one. What's his name? He dark skinned. He's real handsome. He was married to a dark skinned doctor. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The boxer. Dang, that's a shame I can't remember his name. I always thought he was so handsome though. The dark skinned boxer. And he in real good shape. What's his name? Y'all know what I'm talking about. The dark skinned boxer. He's older now. He's about Mike Tyson age. And he was married to a dark skinned doctor at one time. Damn, what is his name? Y'all gonna tell me his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. I think he fought Mike Tyson. Evander Holyfield. Yes. I don't know. I just always thought Evander Holyfield was like, to me, he's one of the handsomest black men that I've seen. I mean, he's in very good shape. I like his demeanor. He's just got this calm demeanor, direct demeanor that I just like. I like Evander Holyfield. I know Aaliyah Masterson, Floyd Mayweather doesn't. You said don't like dark skinned women. He's made that clear, but that's right. That's all right. I know, and it's really sad. I respect him, but at the same time, I'm angry with him because he's the darkest. He's the darkest, but Evander Holyfield is not no darkest because Evander Holyfield he was married to a dark skinned doctor, and I remember that. So, you know, and plus he looked better than Floyd Mayweather. But y'all know what? To me, and I know y'all might think my taste is great. I don't care. Floyd Mayweather father and uncle look better than him. They're like really handsome to me. I don't know why. I just think the shape of their face is like super handsome. Like They look good to me. But anyway, my point in talk about all the damn boxers is if I want to see a fight, I go watch the boxers. I like boxing. Let me go watch the boxers. I don't need to sit there and fucking watch black people in the hood fight. I don't want to see that. I'm not interested in that. That's not so to be sitting up here enjoying it because y'all put it on YouTube. Somebody sent me a video of these black women that's beat up this black male in a dark-skinned black man in a nail salon. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with them? I mean, they jumped. There's like 5 or 6 of them jumped on this dude. And I'm like, y'all think that's cute? That's not cute to me at all. It's a difference between self-defense and bullying somebody because you don't like what they're saying or you don't like the way they look. No, you don't have the right to do that to people. Absolutely not. I would never condone that. But you do have a right to self-defense. You don't have a right to bully people. Who that was? Common. And I think he probably got this from some African proverb in his album. Was it B? He had back in 2005. He had an older black man that was doing a voiceover in one of his songs. I think the song was B. That's the song. And the man, I always remember him saying that he is peaceful if possible. His goal is to be peaceful if possible. And that is what I live by. Peaceful. So the if possible part comes in if somebody is attacking you, you're not going to let somebody sit there and attack you. But you try to make peace with people. So that's the goal. You don't go out some people just like to go in the hood and start shit with people because they don't like how they look. They don't like how they talk. The person don't have to do nothing to them, but just breathe. I always thought that was crazy. If you don't like a person, just leave. If that person ain't doing nothing to harm you, you need to just leave them the hell alone. I remember when I was working in corporate America, this was a long time ago after I graduated. This was back in 2005. I will never work for corporate America again. I don't like corporate America. I work for my own damn corporate America. Dark skin activist corporate America. I ain't working to make nobody else rich. Fuck that. But I did work for corporate America a little bit after I graduated for working for a nonprofit. We raised a lot of money for nonprofits, which I was happy about doing that because that falls in lines with my principles and goals and who I am as a person. I worked for that company for 2 years and I was promoted to hiring supervisors. So I would hire people and that kind of thing. And I guess, people sometimes black people will see you and they think you're going to discriminate against them. I don't play that shit. I'm an egalitarian. If a person is qualified for work, even if I don't like your ass, I'll still hire you. I don't give a fuck about that. You have a human right to feed and clothe your family. And I'm not going to come between that. I don't even believe people should be fired, y'all. I know that this may sound crazy, but it's not crazy to me. It's about human rights to feed and clothe themselves. And capitalism breeds inhumanity, and I don't like it. So there was this one young lady that I hired. I'll never forget her. And she was so quiet, but she was qualified. She was very smart, very intelligent. It's a black woman, tall, slim, brown-skinned black woman. And I remember my managers would come and we would all be having meetings and they would talk about the people that was hired. And they would talk trash about her because she was very quiet. When lunch came, she would go out and go do her own thing. And I remember getting into it with them and saying, wait a minute, you don't like her because she's quiet? That don't make sense. She don't have to sit here and hobnodge and kiss y'all behind. And I didn't say it like that, but I told them, what I needed to say. But what was appalling is human nature to bother people that are not bothering them. This is what I don't understand. This is why I'm a supporter of anti-natalism. Human beings, y'all the damn problem. Y'all sit there and y'all will start shit with people that are not. Now, this woman was doing her job. She was making the numbers. She was doing all that. And I had hired her. Thank you, Ebony Knowledge. You said Romans 12:18. If possible, be peaceful. Thank you, Ebony Knowledge. Romans 12:18. You posted. If possible, be peaceful. Thank you. That's what that was a common in his song B. He used a black man, an elderly black man, sound like an elder that said be peaceful if possible, and that's where they got that from. But look, shout out to Mark Davis. Yeah. So they was talking trash about this woman because they was evaluating who was gonna say. I'm defending her like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Why you mad because this lady goes on lunch break and want to be by herself? She in here doing her job, not causing no damn problems, and you're mad because she doesn't want to socialize with you? That's crazy. But I've learned that goes in the corporate world, all the way to the hood. People be angry with people that is minding their business, which is dumb. You have a mental problem if you're mad at a person that is minding their business. There's no law that says they have to sit down and drink tea and eat fucking cookies with you. As long as they're not bothering you and starting shit with you, you need to go mind your damn business. See, I don't like stuff like that. But there's some people in this world like that. And it's the craziest thing to me ever because I'm like that. I will mind my fucking business. I don't fuck with people like that. I don't bother people. And I want you to give me the same respect in return. Don't bring me your bullshit. Be nice. Be cordial. Be respectful. But don't be upset because I'm over here quietly minding my business. Don't be upset because I ain't in and out your house when I was coming up there say you over at that person's house asking for sugar and carrying gossip and doing all. If that's what you want to do, that's your problem. But do not expect me to engage in that. Don't. Because if you try that shit with me, that'll be a problem. I'm not going to engage in that. I'm not going to engage you. I don't engage nobody I don't want to engage. And I feel that that's your human right space. If you want to be extroverted and sociable, hey, knock yourself out. But don't bring that shit over to an introverted, quiet person if that's not what they want to do and think that they finna fall in line with your bullshit. Because we don't have to do that. By the way, I am an introvert. I know y'all don't think I am, but I actually am. I like peace. I like quiet. When I have something to say, y'all know I'll come on here and say what I got to say. But in my everyday life, I got a life off of YouTube. Listen, it's quiet and it's peaceful. I've been like that my whole entire life. Even when I was a kid coming up, my brothers will tell you, my mama will tell you, I used to go in my damn room because I was the only one with my own room. I had 5 brothers. They did not have their own room. I go in that goddamn room, read a book, and I was happy and content. I didn't need a whole bunch of people around me. All I needed is the damn trees and the sun and the water, and we good to fucking go. But I remember people in my family getting angry at me coming up because I preferred to stay home and read a damn book and be by myself rather than go out and run the street and do this with you. Everybody don't want to do that. And to this day, I'm the same. So, people need to respect people's boundaries. And I suspect that I don't know what the root of the fight was with these. The kids be fighting over all kind of foolishness. They want people to be followers. They want you to be a part of their group. All kind of old crazy stuff. People need to teach their children to respect other people's boundaries. If you don't respect other people's boundaries, then that person got a right to defend themselves. Try to solve it peacefully. But also, people need to teach their kids to respect other people's boundaries. Don't be up here putting your hands on folks' kids. No. And I'm the type, you can say what you want to say out your mouth to me because it's called freedom of speech. But do not put your hands on me. Do not put your hands on me. No. That's a violation of my basic human rights. If all people would respect the space of other people, we can cut down on a lot of BS, especially in these schools. And this is why I'm not a fan of public schools. Y'all can say what y'all want. I ain't no fan. You have to understand, you have to realize, folks, that public schools are really a recent phenomenon. People went literally thousands of years without public schools. And people had to find ways, whether it be homeschooling, private schooling, tutoring, to educate their kids. So I'm not gung-ho about no public schools, because you're bringing together all these people with coming from different backgrounds. A lot of them don't know how to respect each other and causing chaos. And some of them are exposing kids, good children, to bad things. I'm not no fan of public school. My son went to private school. He went to a 7-day Adventist school for about 2 years. And I love the 7-day Adventist because they fed the children vegetarian meals. And then I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie, I had to take my son up out that school. Now, I'm just giving y'all the facts here because I'm fair. Now, under the light-skinned principal, she was a highly educated, cultured black woman. The school ran perfectly. They brought a dark-skinned principal in, and she began accepting vouchers and stuff like that. And that's when all the ratchet came into the school. So I told y'all I'm fair. I can call out the dark-skinned people pulling their crap and the light-skinned. I don't care. I go off of who's doing what is right. And under that light-skinned principal, man, that woman ran that school with perfection. And my son flourished. As soon as the dark-skinned principal came in and it started accepting, the vouchers and from kids who had been previously maybe kicked out of school, and they would give them a voucher to come to a private school because she wanted more money to come into the school. She wasn't caring about the culture of the school. That's when the school took a turn for the worse. And I said, I'm paying all this damn money for my son to go to this school, only for him to be carrying on with the foolishness. So I took him out of that school. I said, he might as well go to public school. Why am I paying for this? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I think y'all get where I'm coming from. People got to deal with the world. Children got to deal with the world. I'm not saying that. They have to learn how to handle the world, because I grew up going to public school, and I'm telling you, that's where all the problems started. I told y'all I was peaceful, and the people in the public school, the kids, they want to fight. They start fights on the school bus. They engage in all kind of old ignorant shit. And my mama dropped out of school in 11th grade. She herself was ghetto and a bit ratchet, even though she was swapping down. She wasn't, but she was when she was young. And she just didn't care. And, we caught hell, me and my 5 brothers, going to public schools. I am a product of public schools, and I had to stand up for myself at the bus stops. I had people jump on me, my same thing with my brothers, all that. We went through hell. But I tell you what, my son nor my daughter have never caught a fucking bus in their life. They cannot tell you what a yellow school bus looks like. I vowed to myself, I don't give a damn. People say you shelter. I don't give a damn. I ain't sheltering shit. Just because I grew up in the hood, fucked up, around fucked up people, ghetto people want to fight, and try to turn me into an animal. You ain't going to turn me in that way. I was defending myself. You're not going to turn me, but I just got that, I can code switch because I grew up around these crazy ass people where I have to defend myself. I know what the fuck they do. I said I wasn't going to expose my children to that. That's why, I'm going to be honest, I didn't go around having all these kids. That was my mama's problem. She had all these children from different men. We growing up in poverty. And when you poor and in poverty, you got less choices. So I made a conscious decision. I'm not going to have all these children that I can't afford and that was able to do a little bit better for my son. I had one child for 15 years, and then came Lauren. It was only because my pitch black, tar black, dark-skinned husband, when I married him, he did not have no children. And he wanted kids, and I gave in. I said, okay. But my son and daughter, 15 years apart, I did that on purpose. I was not going to be no 5 baby dad and having broke down, poor black woman. Y'all can get mad. I don't give a fuck. Because I know some people are going to be offended by what I'm saying, but I don't care. I don't care if you're offended, because you didn't live my life and grow up and went through homelessness, government cheese, poverty, evictions, living in motels. Your ass didn't go through that. I fucking did. with a mama that was a high school dropout, with a bunch of kids from different baby daddies with no money. Okay? Your ass didn't have to live that life. I lived that life. And I was not going to impart that on my offspring. That is why I'm a supporter of antinatalism. Antinatalism, say it with me, antinatalism. Antinatalism. Because what you're doing is you're putting these kids in situations where you have all these children your ass can't afford. You're putting them in bad situations to enter in public schools, the public system, where they get mistreated. And I was one of those kids. And that's where a lot of my anger stems from. You say, why is she so mad? Well, I'm telling you, the mistreatment as a result of being born into a dark-skinned, poverty-stricken world. What the fuck do you expect? You dark-skinned people that got one light-skinned parent, you should be happy. Or you dark-skinned people that lucked up and got two great dark-skinned parents that's a part of the middle class, educated, whatever, you should be thanking them. You better go say thank you. You better be humble. Shoot. Mark Davis said, you're pregnant right now. No, I'm not. Where are you getting that from? No, I'm not. You crazy. Nicole Miller, you're funny. Nicole Miller. Okay, you're funny. I just read your comment. It's funny. People gonna be mad, but I don't care. I don't care. Food, vibes, nature, herbs, backup channel. Shout out to you. Yes, they do. They don't like us. They don't like us. They get mad because we dark skinned. But I had a dark skinned teacher. One thing I did, if you get a dark skinned, classy person that got some money and culture, then you can luck up like that. Miss Maddie Everett, she was classy as I don't know what. She was slim, dressed nice, educated. Her husband was a principal. They lived in a nice house. Her and her husband drove matching Cadillacs. She was my 6th and 7th grade reading teacher. And she was just this beautiful, elegant black woman. That's just the epitome of class, dark-skinned black woman. And she saw something in me, and she would just pull me to the side because she saw that I was an introvert and I was reacting to these crazy ghetto kids that was calling me, black and ugly and starting stuff with me. And there was this big, ugly, light-skinned chick. I'm going to talk about you too because I don't like you. And I see her and the reason I don't like her is because of how she treated me. She was a part of the people that was calling me black and ugly, and she had light skin privilege. And I tried to be nice to her. I was always a nice person. But she thought she was better than me because she was light skinned. I will never forget her. And I don't like her to this day. When I see her, I turn up my nose. I don't say nothing to her. I just keep going. And she better not say nothing to me. I told y'all I'm peaceful as possible. Because if she does say something to me, I'm going to be very honest. I probably will curse her out. I'm not going to even lie to y'all. Because y'all know I don't lie. Because of all the pain that woman caused me in class. She looked like a big grown woman. I remember she had short hair. She was big boned and light skinned. And she looked older for her age. When I was in middle school, I was like really skinny because we was poor and I didn't have a lot of food. And that's why I'm super sensitive about this man calling CPS, lying on, talking about my daughter. Sometimes people be jealous. I learned they're jealous when you're slim. They're jealous. They're jealous that you're not big and fat. They're jealous of kids that are not big and fat. I didn't know this growing up. And I realize now they was just jealous because I was nice and slim and dark and I had long natural hair. And she looked like a big overgrown woman that should have been in high school or college. Okay? She should have been in high school or college. And she was big and greasy and ugly. And she used to come in that classroom. I wasn't bothering nobody. I used to mind my business. And because light skin privilege and the black kids, the black dudes souped her up, making her think she was ugly. She had a bunch of pimples in her face. She had a lot of pimples and she was real ugly to me. But she was light skinned. So the dude souped her up. And that woman, I call her a woman even though she was a girl, but she looked like a big grown ass woman in comparison to me, when I look back on it. And she was just so nasty. And I've seen her a couple of times. She know me. And I won't say nothing to her. Because boy, look at here. If you say something to me, I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. Just keep going. Because I do have a lot of rage and anger built up in me. I'm not gonna lie. This is why I do things like drink my green tea. I exercise. I've never done drugs. I'm too good to do drugs. I'm too good to drink alcohol. I don't do any of that. I just be Rashida. I mind my business. In my home, I got a lot of plants. I like green. I keep a lot of plants around me. That's another thing, dark skinned people. We are tropical people. Get out in the sun. I soak up my vitamin D. I keep my plants around me. That's very important. My palm trees, all that. I create a peaceful environment because I've been traumatized. And some of you light-skinned people have traumatized me. Y'all can be mad, but I'm talking about my life experience. I'm not talking about yours. I'm talking about my life experience. So I do things to mitigate, to calm me down. And I've even engaged in therapy because I'm traumatized. But she better not ever say nothing to me. See me and keep going because I don't like this big wildebeest. And she's really a wildebeest now, y'all. She's really ugly. She's out of shape. She done had a bunch of kids. She's really ugly. She's not cute at all. Like, she flew with papers. I'm not even fucking lying to y'all. Ugly. Okay? She did not age well. But she was a bad person. And, my dark-skinned, classy, slim, beautiful teacher who saw all of this, she would always pull me to the side and she would encourage me. So if you have a dark-skinned person that's classy, that got some money, that got some hustle, that's around you, that can kind of save you. And dark-skinned Miss Maddie Everett, who passed away, she's from the old school. She saved me. Just looking at her class and elegance and intelligence and her phenotype. And the fact that she was married to a black man and they had money and they lived in a nice house. And her husband was kind of brown skinned and she was dark skinned. And she was just like this lady was the epitome of class. So I went from seeing hood black people to upper middle class black people. And that kind of saved me. You understand? I believe it, Nicole Miller, because they did that to me. They did that to me. I understand. I understand. Food Box Nature her said, when a dark-skinned person walk out the door, he or she is at war. And they're at war for no reason other than being dark-skinned. And that's some shit. For no reason than being dark-skinned. Even Mark Davis, I was eating scallops. I sure was. Wait a minute. He called himself trying to put me on blast because I ate scallops. I put the picture on my Facebook. If I was trying to hide the fact that I was eating scallops, Mark Davis, why would I put a picture on a public platform? I eat seafood sometimes. Let me repeat loud. I'm gonna make a video because you can't put me on blast because I don't give a fuck. I eat seafood sometimes. I sure do, and I'm not gonna apologize to you for eating seafood. Last night, I ate scallops, steamed scallops with Brussels sprouts and coconut yellow rice. I cook my own food and my food is delicious. You probably want some. You probably wanted me to make you a plate. That's probably what your problem is. I had a side of avocado and that was my meal. But I will say, at least 90% of the time, I'm eating vegan. Are you up in here in my refrigerator? Do you know? Are you here? Like, do you know what I eat? Like this, whatever. You know what? Whatever. Mark Davis on here with that foolishness. I think what it is you just probably wanted a plate. That's what it is. If you wanted a plate or if you wanted the recipe, just say so. In fact, let me give you the recipe. All I did, the way I cook my yellow rice, I cook my yellow rice in a mixture of water, coconut oil, coconut milk. And I think you Caribbean, you should know about that coconut rice. Okay. And then what I did was with my Brussels sprouts, I'm a huge fan of Brussels sprouts. They're very good for you. I took my Brussels sprouts and I boiled them first, boiled down the scallops, and then I cut up onion, garlic, coconut oil, and then I steamed it. And then I cut up some fresh avocado and put a bunch of black pepper over it. And that was my meal. That was my first meal of the day. So I don't care if I ate seafood. So what? I bet you one thing is better than eating hog maws and pork chops and Big Macs and macaroni and cheese and chitlins and fried chicken. So I'm trying to understand your point. I'm trying to understand why is you coming on here saying this to me. I don't understand. I'm not trying to hide. Yeah, like I'm trying. Why would I put a picture up there telling people what was in the damn plate if I'm trying to hide the fact that I eat seafood sometimes? Who does that? Mark, you're very confused. Now you lying. Now you coming on here lying. I'm finna read your comment. Talking about them scallops was wrapped in bacon and you ain't share. Now, okay, hold on. You're lying. The picture of my food is right on Facebook. I don't eat bacon. I don't eat bacon. They're not wrapped in bacon. You can go on there and look and see the plate, and you can put a close up on the plate, and you can clearly see there's no bacon on that plate. So you lying. If you're gonna talk about me, please tell the truth. Don't come on here making up stuff, because I'm very transparent. You know, I'm very honest and authentic with people. I don't come making up stuff. I tell y'all who I really am. I done met my supporters in person. See, I live in the real world. I don't just come up on Facebook. If and one of y'all have came to one of my shows, y'all have, when I do my shows, you have an opportunity to come out. I don't stop nobody. What you see, what you hear on YouTube is what your ass is gonna get in person. Okay? And people that have met me from Orlando to Harlem to Brooklyn to Tucson, Arizona to Tampa, Florida, they know this. They know this. I met my fans in person. I met my supporters in person. I don't know what you're talking about. People done took me out to eat. Fans and supporters done took me Atlanta, done took me out to eat. People done invited me to their house. I don't know what you're talking about. Continue on. Continue on. Continue on with that foolishness. I'm just going to keep on being me. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not going to sit up here and hide that I eat me some seafood for nobody. I was born and raised in St. Petersburg, Florida, and there's the crabs down here. Black people eat crabs, blue crabs all the time. In fact, this summer, I'm going to go get me some crabs, okay, from the Jamaican man down there on 9th Street. Me and Lauren, and we going on the beach. I live, 2-3 minutes from the beach, and we're going to go eat us some crabs. And I might come on live and eat the crabs on live in your face. Okay? Huh. He think he putting me on blast, but he's not, because I don't care. I put myself on blast. I don't care. Yes, food vibes. You said I want us to go live on Instagram and talk about herbs and darkism on Instagram Live. I love it. We have got to make an appointment to do that. I'm down. My days that I'm really available is usually Sunday. Sunday is a good day for me. And I can give you an hour. I always tell people up front, I could give you an hour, and I have to have permission if I want to upload whatever content onto my channel. Those are really my own. I mean, I would like to start charging people. I would like to make money, but my main two criteria is an hour, and I need to have the ability to upload whatever live we do on whatever platform to my YouTube channel. You say you don't go to nobody's house no more? Well, you know, I like to go out to eat with my fans. I done met up with my fans at Starbucks. When I did my show in Atlanta, I had a brother that flew from another city, handsome brother. That brother he came all the way from another city, and him and another fan that live in Atlanta, him and his wife, they took me to a Ethiopian restaurant. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can find that picture. Man, y'all just don't know. Before there was, I keep telling y'all, I've been a dark skinned activist and I created this lane. Before there was YouTube, I have been doing exactly what I'm doing now on a grassroots level. This is not anything new for me. Okay? I was doing this before there was YouTube, before there was social media. I was doing live shows in different cities, in venues, and I would meet and talk to people in person. And some of those people would say to me, "Oh, let's go out to eat. Let me take you out to eat." And I say, "Okay." And we'll, after the show, that's what we'll do. It's nothing new to me to do that. I've been doing that. Everybody else is copying and stealing from me. That's why y'all is not finna see these people. They're not willing to come off of YouTube because they're not real. They're not me. They can't do what I do. They can pretend to be me and be fake. And you know what I'm saying? They can do that all day, not all day and all night. But they're not me. They're not the dark skinned activists. I've been meeting supporters and fans in person. Y'all late. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just telling you. Let me pull up that one picture. Let me pull up that one picture. Hold up. I'm finna pull up that one picture because I don't know. I really don't know what I don't know what Mark Davis is talking about. My supporters, they be I remember I went to Tucson and did a show. And the entire NAACP showed up, and a few of the women, they said they wanted to take me out to eat, and we went to a Mexican restaurant, and we was there for about 2 hours after the show. There go me and some fans that met up. This was at a vegan black-owned restaurant in Jacksonville. I really meet my supporters in person. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I do this for real. I'm not fake. I'm the real deal. All these other people on YouTube, they're copying off of me. I created this whole damn lane. What are you saying? I'm like, this man, you just don't. You probably want to meet me in person. You probably want to take me out to dinner. I understand. I have a lot of people that hit me up and contact me and say, "Well, I want to take you out." Where that one picture at? I'm gonna pull out that one picture. I got a lot of pictures on here. Well, not a lot, but I have a good deal of pictures with my supporters and fans that have taken me out. Okay, I'm trying to find some more pictures for y'all because you apparently don't get it. You apparently don't get it, Mark. So there's nothing. This is my world's first dark skin activist page. There I go right there. This was at the bookstore in Brooklyn. I sat in this store for hours talking to my supporters. Brother Jabril Muhammad owns this bookstore in Brooklyn. Shout out to brother Jabril Muhammad. He's on Facebook. I don't know what you're talking about. This is what I do. This was in Texas. Me and this dark skinned brother, he drove all the way from 4 hours from another city to come see my show. What are you talking about? You need to understand that this is what I do on a grassroots level, not just coming up on YouTube, talking and copying people and running my mouth. I ain't have to copy nobody because I built the platform. People are copying me. I mean, the only other person that I could say that meets up with her fans and supporters in person is Cola Booth. Cola Booth. Cola Booth is the only other person. There go me and my light-skinned best friend Shamina. That was us at the hotel in Atlanta. She will tell you. She'll tell you. She'll be the first one to tell you how I roll. So I don't know. I don't know what your point is, Mark. I just really think that you probably want to go out to eat with me. I think that you probably want to take me out to eat. That's what I'm starting to think. I got more pictures on here. I was trying to find that one picture. When I was in Atlanta, And the brother was so gracious. I forgot where he flew from, but he literally flew all the way to Atlanta to my show. And then he proceeded to say he wanted to take me to we went to a Ethiopian restaurant, and I had a big delicious bowl of lentil soup, and it was so good. I'm trying to find that picture. That's me and Lauren at the venue. I know that picture is on here somewhere. Yeah, this is my world's first and only dark skin activist page. I mean, y'all could go and see the pictures. It's public. But for some reason, it's not pulling up all of my pictures. And I think that's kind of weird. This is a page where I do kind of, it's an extension of my dark skin commentary. But I know I posted that picture on this page and I can't find it now. And I don't know why I can't find it. That's weird. That's weird, y'all. But I'm going to find that picture. I'm going to find that picture. Let's see. Posted by me. I posted the pictures. Yes, I do. Sometimes I do eat fried fish. Me and this brother, this is my radio show that I had. The first radio show in the world to address colorism and darkism. I'm the first to do this. Me and this brother, he done took me out to eat. Okay? He's a fan and supporter. Okay? So, I mean, my point is, I don't understand why people think that I'm just on YouTube. I'm telling you that, uh-oh. Okay, y'all. I made this is my ex-boyfriend right here. Okay, y'all. Okay, this is like way before I got with the person I'm with now. So if you're watching this, please do not be offended by this. Okay, listen, this dude right here, because I wouldn't be with him. This is what he decided to do, y'all. This is what he decided to do. I call him D-Bread. But that's not his name. But me and him was together back in the day. I actually met him. I was minding my business in the damn library reading. He come walking up to me, telling me how pretty and black I was and blah, blah, blah. And that's how me and him met. But he later decided to become a self-hater. And, he did what he had to do. D-Bread went on and did what he had to do. Okay, let me stop laughing. Let me get. I just so happened to run across D-Bread here. I mean, this was a post I made a while back talking shit about him for being defeated. He's the picture of defeat in this picture. But there you have it. Hey, there go Raheem. Oh, y'all got me running down memory lane. Look at my two beautiful dark-skinned children. See, I told y'all they're years apart. Raheem is like, what, 15 in this picture? Obviously, Lauren is a cute little doll baby. She is just completely adorable. Past adorable. And Raheem was at the robotics festival, which I was homeschooling him. And I was his coach one of them years, but I got tired of that. And I let this, I passed it off to one of the other coaches. But, I decided to split my kids far apart because I grew up in poverty and I didn't want them to grow up in poverty. And Lauren, she's so cute. Hey, boo. Hey. dang, I wish that I could find that one picture. I can't find that picture, y'all. But if I find the picture, I'll show it to y'all. It's somewhere. It's somewhere on this. It's somewhere on on my world's first dark skinned activist page. Maybe it's the 2018, because that is when I had my play in Atlanta, and that's when I met up with my wonderful fans, supporters, and they took me out to eat, and we had a great time. And it was just So my point that I'm making, y'all, is I meet up with my fans. This is not something that I'm just on YouTube talking and running my big mouth. I do this for real. And that's why these people, they can never be me. They can copy me all day and all night, but they cannot be me. You're not authentic. You have no authenticity, because you cannot do what I do. And you could try to do what I do, but it's like I said, it's not real and it's not authentic, because I'm a grassroots person at heart. I'm in the community. I'm amongst the people. I'm not just hiding behind YouTube being fake and pretending. There's my dad. Shout out to my dark skinned dad. Okay. And that's what it is. So Mark, I think you just probably want to I think you just want to go out to eat with me. You want to take me out to eat somewhere. I'll tell you what I like. I like Starbucks. I do like Starbucks. I'm not gonna lie. I like Starbucks. I like anywhere where I can get me some vegan food. And sometimes I will, like I said, from time to time, I will eat. I'm gonna stop screen sharing, y'all. From time to time, I will eat seafood. Yes. So I know I done went off on a tangent, and I want to say shout out to everybody that's on here. Miss Cardio Queen, Kiana of Old Stones, even Mark Davis, Abuse Free, that's a good name. Food Vibes, Nature Herds, we definitely got to get together. Ebony Knowledge, Nicole Miller, and everybody, if I didn't mention your name, Daryl Phil, I feel you're always supporting. Aaliyah Masterson, I don't agree with everything you got to say, but some stuff I do agree with. Lady Fun, everybody that's on here that haven't come in and that's watching, thank you as well. And I love you all back. Thank you for showing love. Now, I do want to ask that everybody that's listening, please go and make a donation to my Cash App or my GoFundMe or to my PayPal. The money is going to pay for my legal expenses, y'all. I have been in a protracted legal battle, if you will, litigation, fighting, because of the stalking and the harassment that I went through. And my case in the Second District Court of Appeals, I won my case. No matter what anybody says, I won my case. And it was reversed, and it had to go back down to the lower court as dictated by the Second District Court of Appeals. Subsequently, I had to hire an attorney, and I have to pay for my legal fees. I cannot speak much about it, but I'm raising funds to pay my lawyer. My Cash App is $rashidalala. The Cash App is $rashidalala. And I'm asking everyone in the sound of my voice to go and make a donation right now, today. You can go to my PayPal as well if you want to go there. You can also go to my GoFundMe. Now, my GoFundMe, my goal, I'm just $740 away from reaching my short-term goal of $12,000. So I'm going to drop that link in my, hold on one moment, y'all. I'm going to drop the link to the GoFundMe in my chat. And I'm going to invite all of you to go make a donation. Now, you can donate either to my Cash App, my GoFundMe, or my PayPal. Whichever one you deem, I would be very grateful, because it's hard for me to put into words the struggle I have gone through to be able to litigate. Litigation is extremely expensive and it's hard. And that is why some people get abused and get it taken advantage of, simply because they don't have the money to fight. They don't have the money to fight. And subsequently, they end up, you know what I'm saying, getting abused and getting their legal rights trampled all over because they don't have the money to fight. And I've had to work so hard. I can't, like I told y'all, I can't even put it into words how hard I had to work. And now I'm at a point where it's crucial for me. I have to raise these funds to be able to pay my attorney. And I'm asking everybody to support me. It's very simple. All you have to do is go to my Cash App, my GoFundMe, or my PayPal, whichever one you choose, whichever one you deem necessary, and make a donation. Now, I would like to reach that short-term goal of $12,000. And all that will take is just $740. So if somebody out there has $740 to donate, that would be a great help, because that would lighten the burden of the legal fees that I have to pay to my attorney. Now, my attorney fees, the retainer fee is $1,500. So far of that, I've raised about $400. So that's why I'm saying, if someone could go to my GoFundMe and make a donation of the $740, that would get me closer and closer to paying off my legal fees. And it could be even more. I'm hoping it's not more. And right now, it's at $1,500 for the retainer. I'm praying that it's not no more than that. But I'm in need of about $1,500 minus the $400 that I've already raised. So you can go to my GoFundMe. You can go by Googling Rashida Strober GoFundMe. Very easy to get there. Or you can go to my Cash App, which is $Rashida Lala. Once again, $Rashida Lala. Once again, that is $Rashida Lala. You can go to my PayPal, because some people like to go through PayPal, which is fine by me. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Now, you can also find my PayPal, my GoFundMe, and my Cash App if you go to my website. My website is darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. Okay. So if you go to my website, you scroll on down and you're going to see my Cash App. You're going to see my PayPal. And also on the somewhere on the website, you will also be able to find my GoFundMe. So you have 3 ways to make a donation. And I'm asking that everybody in the sound of my voice go ahead and make a donation today. Once again, that Cash App is $Rashida Lala. $Rashida Lala. $Rashida Lala. my GoFundMe. Just Google Rashida Strober GoFundMe and it's going to pop right up. I need somebody out there to donate $740 to help the GoFundMe reach the short-term goal of $12,000. And if you prefer the PayPal, you would go to icecreamladydream@yahoo.com, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com, and there is where you can make your donation. I think that I have said everything I needed to say, what was on my heart and mind. I probably will come back on here at some time during the day because I'm not done yet. I got a lot that I want to say. I gotta talk about Will Smith. I'm not finished with Will Smith because Will Smith does need to be called out for taking roles from dark-skinned black men. And I'm still upset about the Ready to Love situation in terms of the wrongdoing, because it was wrong, of the light-skinned Joy towards dark-skinned Dakia. So with that being said, I'm going to end this, but I want to thank y'all, and I want to again remind y'all to go and make a donation today. The Cash App is $rashidalala, $rashidalala. Once again, that's $rashidalala. You can find the Cash App, PayPal, and GoFundMe at my website, darkskinactivist.com, darkskinactivist.com.